Did you know your lips are actually a muscle? Hello friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to Monday Mixed Plate. My name's Marie. Today we're talking about all things lips. The first thing I want to talk about is lip syncing. It's so fun, isn't it? Okay, next up, let's talk about the phrase loose lips sink ships. It's actually a popular American saying that originated in America around World War II, and it actually had to do with sinking ships, believe it or not. They didn't want people talking about the comings and goings of cargo ships. They wanted people to keep their mouths shut so they wouldn't have any enemies trying to shoot down their ships or sink their ships. So it really had to do with loose lips sinking ships. It was actually quite straightforward. We all know that loose lips do indeed sometimes sink ships, and sometimes it's better to keep our mouth shut, right? Now let's talk about Axiology lip products and beauty heroes. If you don't know, Beauty Heroes is a beauty discovery box. They do a seasonal makeup edition, and this season it was Axiology lip products. They have lipsticks and lip crayons, and I believe lip balms. Now, here is what the info card came with. You got 3 total lip products. There were 3 collections to choose from: the Bright Collection, the Daring Collection, and the Natural Collection. Today I'm going to be swatching the Bright and Daring Collection. I looked over the Natural Collection and it just looked too nude for my skin tones. Like, it looked like it was just going to look like nothing. And then 2 of the colors looked a little browner. Which is, again, not something that I thought was really look nice on me. However, Danielle from Cruelty Free Vegan Beauty has swatched all 3 of the collections, so I'll link her video below if you want to check that one out. Maybe you've already watched it. She's amazing. So these lip products are formulated very clean. They're essentially a blend of oils, butters, and waxes. They are formulated by a woman named Erica Rodriguez. She basically wanted to create a vegan, cruelty-free, beautiful, clean lipstick, and that's indeed what she's done. We're gonna go ahead and swatch the products here coming up, but I wanted to point out that there are several varying textures within the collection, and then I also wanted to point out the packaging. Ding! 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 You get the idea, right? Okay, so in the Bright Collection, you have a Noble, a cream lipstick. You can see how pretty that is. You have Vibration, which is a matte lipstick. I love a matte lip. This is very a corally, orangey pink, I think. And then you have Keen, which is a matte lip crayon. This is a very orange color. But I actually really like it on me. That's what I've really been impressed with. For people with more of a tan skin tone, these colors look amazing. I also want to point out the beautiful packaging that the Axiology lipsticks come in. They're actually recycled paper created by women in Bali. The cool thing about this line is from start to finish, everything is a very conscious decision. So you can feel really good supporting this brand, this woman, these lip products, because not only are they gorgeous, they are, you know, just impeccably conscious. Okay, in the Daring Collection, we have Valor, the matte lip crayon. Okay, a little bit of a darker brick red. We have Worth, which is a matte lipstick. These 2 colors are similar. And Infinite, probably one of my favorites just because it's so versatile, which is a Sheer Balm lipstick. So again, this is the Daring Collection. This is the Bright Collection. now let's jump to the Science 180. Should you clean up your lip products? Welcome back to the Science 180 and investigating lip products. Should you clean up your lipstick? What's lurking in your lipstick? Heavy metals in lipstick? What's a lipstick lover to think? All right, let's investigate some of the common claims and then actually reference back to the Axiology website for a little bit more information on these topics. The first one I want to talk about is the heavy metals in lipstick, particularly lead. Let's look at this book written by two cosmetic chemists that actually, ironically enough, the title of this book is It's Okay to Have Lead in Your Lipstick. In that book, they answer the question, is it okay to have lead in your lipstick? And here are some of the tidbits that they give. One of the first things they say is that lead in lipstick originates from the pigment used to color lipsticks. Next, they say that they remove most of the lead and heavy metals, but that to remove all is chemically difficult to do so. They also say that the FDA has regulations about how much lead can be in color cosmetics, essentially less than 20 parts per million of lead. They also noted a study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Science, which said that on average, lipstick contains 1 milligram per kilogram of. So let's go to the Axiology website where we can look over what they have to say about this issue of lipstick color pigments. They talk about how there's organic and inorganic types of colorants. Organic colors are confusingly not the kind of organic that we are familiar with. Rather, organic colors are synthetically created from chemically refined petroleum oil or are coal tar derivatives. These colors combine to create the hundreds of lipstick colors available. Now, inorganic colors are earth colors and are made up of mineral compounds such as iron oxides, and they are synthesized to avoid the heavy metal contamination found in nature. Now, let's look at the next claim. We partially ingest our lipstick. Food Chemical Toxicology published a study where they evaluated participants for 2 weeks, and they measured the amount and times that they applied lipstick. Essentially, they came up with the average number of 24 milligrams per day per lipstick user. Some people used a little less, some people used a little more. Now, that's not a lot considering that we don't actually eat all of that lipstick. We're just rubbing some of it on the muscle, these fleshy borders. But to really understand that, let's look at the absorption in the mouth and the lips to kind of put that in perspective. Here in the mouth, where are we applying the lipstick? We're applying it on the lips, these muscles, these fleshy borders. They are basically a muscle covered in skin. Now, the interior of the mouth, however, is something called a mucous membrane. It is made up of cells similar to our skin, stratified squamous epithelium, but the cells inside the mouth are non-keratinized, where the skin is keratinized, making it a much more protective barrier. Now, the mucous membrane is something that lines a body cavity that faces the outside world, so it's still relatively good at protecting us. We can take medication in what's called a sublingual manner, meaning we place it under our tongue to be absorbed. One of the most common ones that you'll find being placed under the tongue, nitroglycerin. Why? Because it's absorbed directly into the bloodstream, making it much more effective than taking it by mouth, swallowing it, where it's going to go through the stomach and the liver before it's processed. Cosmetics and clean body care products is that when things are absorbed through the skin, when things are absorbed through the mouth, they are not being filtered by the strong stomach acid or the potent machinery of the liver. They're being directly absorbed into the bloodstream. I want to go back to the idea of heavy metals in lipsticks and lipstick colorants. And that is the idea that our body does not excrete heavy metals, that it actually has a cumulative effect, meaning that over time they build up in the body. Remember when we talked about using silver as a preservative and how it builds up in the skin and can turn your face blue? It's similar with a lot of heavy metals. Now, just to play skeptic for life, just to add fuel to our fire, just to confuse us even more, I found this interesting article in the Indian Journal of Pharmacology that talked about how not only do our bodies accumulate heavy metals, but plants do as well. And one very unexpected finding that they were encountering was that people were coming in with heavy metal poisoning related to taking a lot of herbal supplements, particularly Indian Ayurvedic practices and herbs. So it's kind of an interesting conundrum, right? In that, again, it comes back to what I always like to put in perspective, is that it's a scale. And if you can eliminate a source of heavy metals in your life by just switching to a cleaner lipstick, then that seems like a really easy way to minimize your risk. However, is just switching up your lipstick gonna save your life? No. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna leave you now with the Maui Minute, and I will see you next week. Bye.